Yay, more email, said no one ever. But it is a fact of contemporary life for teachers, students, and just about everyone else. So here are my top 5 features in Gmail to help you improve your workflow and get you through your email efficiently and effectively. Starting with number 5, use filters and labels. So these are labels over here, and filters are what get things into those labels. Now this might seem like really obvious advice, but I see a lot of people who haven't taken the time to set these up, and they have 2,000 emails sitting in their inbox, and they certainly do not know what's there. It will take you a little time and effort to set up filters and labels, but once you do, they are absolutely worth it. Here's an example of how filters can work. I get an email every time somebody writes a work order. I do need to have access to these, but I don't need to read every one as it comes into my inbox. So I created this label and a filter, and these basically come in and they skip my inbox, so I don't see them unless I go to the label and look. And then also, when I want to search for something, I'm already in that filter, in that label, and it's really easy for me to search for something within it. So the first thing that you want to do is make a list of some of the ways that you could sort your email that makes sense to you and will help you be organized. And here's how to make a label once you have made those decisions. So basically, in your inbox, you're just going to put a check into the kind of email that you want to go under that label, and then go up here to this label symbol, click it, and then create a new label is one of your choices. Click that. Now I have created the name for my label, and I'll click create, and that will create the label and also apply it to that particular email. So I'm going to go over here and change the color of it. It will be in alphabetical order, and the label colors at the very tippy top. Now, let's use that idea to create a filter. So there's 2 different ways to make a filter. I'm going to show you what I think is the easiest way, and that is to find the kind of emails that you want to be filtered, grab their email address, copy it, use Control-C, go up here in the search box, paste that email address, and then click enter. Now you're looking at an email box full of those things that meet that criteria. Right here at the top, this little filter symbol, I can click that, and now I'm actually ready to create a filter. So create filters right there, click it. And now I can decide what do I want to have happen. Now here's the ability that I can just pick things and have them skip the inbox and I'll never have to look at them again. In this case, I'm going to choose apply label, choose that label that I just made, and then this box right here is going to let it select emails that you've already received that happen to match that particular filtering system. You can choose to forward it, you can choose to delete it, and this is going to put it always in my important part of my email box. Click create filter, and our filter is created and our emails are labeled as we like. So it's always a good idea to know more than one way to do something, and I do want to show you that there's another place to create filters and labels. Go to the settings gear, then go to see all settings. It's got a 2-click entry fee, and then there's all these crazy tabs here. And if you go to filters, labels is obviously where you can show or hide labels. That's actually an interesting thing that you can do to keep your email box kind of cleared out. And then this is where you can create a filter. You go to your filters, all the way at the bottom, it says create a new filter, and that's the second place to create a filter. Number 4, turn on auto advance. Now, since we're already here in settings, I'm just going to go to the advanced tab in settings because this is where you can turn that on. And it's the very top item there, and you need to it's disabled by default, so you want to enable it, and that will, I'll show you what it does in just a second. It basically sends you right to the next email instead of going back to the inbox. There's some other things here you might be interested in turning on. Templates allows you to send canned responses to people, so you can just, without retyping something, you can make some custom keyboard shortcuts. I don't love this one, but this unread messages icon lets you see in your tab how many messages are sitting in your inbox. But let's talk about Auto Advance. When you're in your inbox and you're opening emails and reading them, after you're done reading it and you decide you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do with this, whether I delete it or archive it or send it back to the inbox, the very next email underneath that email will simply open up rather than me going back to the inbox. So I can just sit here and click through these, kind of even get an eyeful of what's there and just keep going. And that lets me move through really quickly with the feature called Auto Advance. My number 3 tip is hover and snooze. So here we are, and you might have noticed these, maybe you didn't know what they did, but as you hover over each email, 4 icons appear. This one will instantly archive. Click, click, click right through those. Super simple. This one will instantly send something directly to the trash. Keep in mind, once you toss something in the trash, in 30 days, you will no longer have access to it. When I archive things, that makes them searchable forever. This is very nice if you like to organize yourself in this way. This just lets you, it's going to leave it in the box that it's sitting in, but it's going to show it as red. Do you see how that sort of grayed out? So I can mark things as red. And then the last button here is snooze. And this is super clever. So if I want something to come back later because I just don't have time to look at it right then, I can actually send it out of my inbox and it will drop back in later on. Well, what if I decide that I was just kidding, JK, and I really want to look at it? Well, it actually lives over here. There we go, under snoozed. And if we go there, we should see that email that I just sent there. And there it is. Tip number 3A, use your smartphone and the Gmail app. You can look at a subject line, make a quick decision, and then just swoosh it away. Number 2, use bulk action. Bulk action lets you take care of hundreds of emails all at one time. I'm demonstrating here in my promotions tab, so I'm not risking anything terribly important. But here's how you do bulk action. Put a check there. You'll see a blue message right here, which you might miss. So if you're one of those people with 2,000 emails sitting there, this is a way to get rid of them very quickly. Just click those blue words. Now you've selected everything in that particular box that you're in, and do with it as you will. So there's the garbage can, and there's the archive. Confirm bulk action, and my promotions tab is empty. Now that sparks joy. And number 1, don't answer email all day long, unless you're in a customer service job, and then you have to. For everyone else, pick a time and set a timer, and when it goes off, stop. Go out there in the real world, teach kids, or learn, or give some love and attention to someone who needs it, like you. Here's a timer that I like. I found it in the Chrome Web Store. It is called Easy Timer. It'll be linked below. And I like it because it's simple. So I want to work on email for 20 minutes. I click that right there, choose 20 minutes, click start, and it is putting me on a timer. And when the timer sounds, it's tools down, people. Have a great day filled with love and learning. And if you need anything at all, see your ITRT.